What is up, legends? Martin Legend and Theodore, the magic ninja mascot I should say, back with another card trick. Guys, today's one is amazing. Your spectator will absolutely never see it coming. It's kind of a prediction card trick. I do like prediction card tricks, but it's also just one of those absolute mind benders. As if you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Really does help a YouTuber a lot. You guys have no idea how much it means to me every time I see I've got a new subscriber. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Anyway guys, also like this video if you do, and comment. That helps YouTube's algorithms. It helps YouTube suggest my videos more regularly to get a bigger exposure and a bigger audience. But apart from that, let's get straight into today's performance. Okay guys, so for today's card trick, I'll go up to a spectator and I will give the deck a cut just like this, and I'll tell the spectator that I'm going to make a prediction. So I'm just going to look for a card, but I'm not sure which one. Maybe this one. Maybe, you know what, I'm actually going to go for this card. That's going to be my prediction. Okay, so right there, that's going to be my prediction. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dealing cards down just like this, and I just want you guys that are out there in YouTube universe to just shout stop. Stop. Okay, right there. You guys happy? Okay, fantastic. So now what I would like you to do is pick one of these two piles, the right pile or the left pile, this pile or this pile. Okay, this pile. Okay, so this top card is going to tell me how many cards from here to deal down. So let's have a look. This top card is an 8, so I'm going to deal 8 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we are left with basically 4 piles. Just like this. So I made this prediction randomly. The cards were face down. You chose any number to stop. You chose any of these 2 piles, and we are left with this. Now, somehow we found another 8. We found another 8. And then, wouldn't it be amazing if my prediction was in fact another 8? But I'm first going to just pause here quickly, because I think this is going to make a good thumbnail, just like this. And yes, the suspense is building. But yes, of course, there we go. That's our thumbnail for today's video. And as we of course know, this card is obviously going to be another 8. I mean, come on, as if you were expecting anything less. Anyway guys, if you want to learn how to do this card trick, stick around for the tutorial. And as always, 4 links in the description of any video. How to do Magician's Choice. You do need that one kind of for this card trick. It's not really that necessary, but I'll explain everything when we do the tutorial. How to shuffle cards like a magician. You don't need that. How to control a spectator's card, you don't need that. How to force a selection on a spectator, you also do not need that. So for this card trick, you need the 4 8s. You're going to place 1 8 at the very top of the deck, then 2 8s in the 8th and 9th position from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8th and 9th position. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th and 9th position. And now I used in the performance, I used the 10th position from the top. You can really use any position you want. This is really your free choice. I'll show you why I chose the 10th position. So again, we have card 8 in the 8th and the 9th position from the bottom. Then we have 8 at the very top and an 8 in the 10th position from the top. So what I did was I went up to the spectator, which is you guys for this case. I gave the deck a false cut, just like this. I've showed this false cut a couple of times. I'll show it one more time. You have to basically keep track of top, middle, bottom. So you swivel over top, you grab the top, you swivel over middle, then you grab the top, then you put the middle in this hand, you put the top back on the middle, the bottom down, and the rest on top. So you have not disturbed the order at all. Yet if you do it nice and fast, it looks like a very impressive cut, but in fact it's completely false cut. So now what you do is you tell the spectator you're going to make a prediction, and you square over 3, 6, 9. Now you know this is going to be the 8, and you just keep hold of that 8, and you go through quite a few more cards, but I've got the 8 right here. You go through quite a few more cards. You're like, maybe this one, I'm not feeling that one. No, maybe a little bit back. And you go past this 8 again, a little bit more this way, and you just always keep hold of this 8. And eventually you're like, nah, I'm just going to go for this card. That card feels like a good card to me. Now what you do is you turn the deck face up. That's very important that you have to turn the deck face up. And then you start dealing cards down. And as you're dealing, you start speaking and saying, I'm going to ask you to just tell me to stop anywhere you want. Now you can see I've kill time until I've passed the 2 8s. So I'll show you guys again how this works. So you've got the 8 in the 8th and the 9th position, and you just start dealing, and I'm going to do it how I would really do it. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is now, I'm just going to deal cards down, and I'm going to ask you to just tell me stop anywhere you like. You see, it's natural that you just kill time until you pass those 2 8s. Okay, so then the spectator might say stop right here. You turn this face up and you place this face up. Now here's where the little bit of magician's choice comes in, but it's really not such a complicated one at all. You ask the spectator which one of these 2 packs would they like. If they choose this pack, you say, okay, the top card here is going to tell us how many cards down to deal from here. If they choose this one, you say, okay, we're going to deal with this pack, and this card is going to tell us how many cards down to deal. So it's very easy. You basically force to deal with this pack, and that this card is telling you how much. Again, if they say this one, you just say, okay, this top card is going to tell us how many cards down to deal, because you know this is the 8th, and 8 and 9 cards down from here is the other 2 8s. If they choose this one, you say, okay, we're going to deal with this pack, and just this card will tell us how many cards. So let's say you guys say this pack, I'm going to say, okay, this pack is going to be the pack that we deal, and this pack I'm going to take the top card, and that's going to be the amount of cards I deal down. Now you know that 8 cards down and 9 cards down is 2 8s. So you just show them that, there we go. Okay, so we have to deal 8 cards down, and then you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these 2 cards are obviously 8s. You deal on 8, and you place this pack down just like this. And then you tell the spectator that you made this prediction, and it was a random prediction. The cards were face down. There's no way you could have known what it was. And they also could have told you to stop wherever they want. They could have picked any of the 2 packs, but what we're left with is this 8. And now let's have a look what else we found. We in fact found another 8 and another 8. And then of course my prediction that I did before you guys even dealt any of the cards down or anything like that is in fact the very last 8. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this card trick, it really would mean the world to me if you could find it somewhere in your heart to press the subscribe button and just watch that button turn gray. That's a magic trick in of itself. And yes guys, I really enjoy doing these card tricks for you, and the only way I can keep doing it is if the support keeps growing and growing. That's the only way I'll be able to keep going. But anyway guys, thank you for the support that you are giving me already. Until next time, Martin Legend and Theodore the Magic Mascot. Peace everybody.